And we are live. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. And welcome to our live webinar. My name is Tina Willis and I am your host for this evening. And I am so excited for you to see what we have in store for you tonight. We are going to pull back the curtains on the online space. It's for those of you who want to be your own boss and work online. It's for those of you who want to crack into the online space. And it's for those of you who want to earn online and create an income for yourselves and your family. You are 1,000% in the right place. We are going to introduce you to a comprehensive business platform, guys, that was created by the experts for everyday people like you, like me, like everybody you will see tonight to be successful. It has been tried, it has been tested, and quite simply, it works. So I can see that the room is filling up, and I do get excited at this, you know, guys, because 5 years ago, I was you. I was sitting on the other end of this screen, watching in. I was nervous, I was frightened, I was skeptical, I was excited. I had that many emotions going on inside my head because I was thinking, can I do this? You know, I had a huge reason because I'd been in corporate world for over 25 years. I'd been working 16, 17 hours a day. And to be quite honest, I had lost myself. And not only I had lost myself, but my family had lost me because I was burnt out. I needed to change. And this was the solution for me. And when I came across this business, I soon realized that my business model was going to be catered for me. I would have a tech team backing my corner every single day, and I would be part of a global community that wanted me to succeed, not just professionally, but personally too. And you know something, I had never had that in all the years of corporate life. It was just amazing. And that's why I'm here today, because I claimed back my time. I claimed back my financial freedom. I became a successful digital business owner with a legitimate registered business here in the UK. And the best thing was I quit corporate life, and that was the best feeling ever. So that's enough about me, because tonight is all about you. Okay, we're going to show you and split a presentation into two parts tonight. The first part is going to be delving into the business model and showing you how important it is and what it can do for you. And that is so, so important. And the second part of the presentation tonight, I'm going to be bringing on 7 amazing people, users of this platform, who are coming on to give testimony to what this business has done for them, the why they started, the careers they had, and the financial results they've got from this business. And you're going to hear those testimonies. But what you're going to be noticing, for those of you who have watched this webinar before, and I would say that some of you have, is that every week they're different people giving different perspectives and different testimonies to show the authenticity of this business and what this business can do. So before we start, and before I bring my colleagues Niz and Garrett on, I want you to get a pen, get a paper, get yourselves a drink of water or a sneaky glass of wine, depending on the time it is, and write down any questions you may have. And then please reach out to the person who sent you the link to this webinar and ask the questions, and they will get back to you as soon as possible. So without further ado, let me get the guys on for you now. Okie dokie.
That great introduction. Hello, everyone. I'm so glad that you're here. My name's Nasreen. I'm going to be one of your presenters tonight, and I'm excited that you're here. And I'm also very excited to share with you this amazing system and this program. So what we're going to be doing tonight is showing you exactly how we've already for years have been helping thousands of people get up and running with their own online business and do it successfully. And we're going to show you how you can also do the same. So just sit back and enjoy. Just get a paper and pen, whatever you need, get comfortable. I'm going to go ahead and share my slides in just a second. So just bear with me. I will be right back. Okay, everyone, here we go. So tonight you are definitely in the right place, and tonight it's all about you, your goals, and your own online business. And who are we, you're probably asking? Well, let me tell you, we have been doing this for a very, very long time. This is a webinar that we have been showing people all around the world without fail twice a week for years. And we know that the best way to help people is through giving them the means to actually just help themselves, by providing you with the tools that you need so that you can do this successfully and create the freedom and security that you and your family deserve. And by us giving you the means to build and manage your own business, it's really just putting the control back in your hands so that you can control your own future. I mean, that's huge, right? And as a business coach, I really think that this is the best way to help people. And that's why we're here tonight. So the question is, how do we help people? Well, with the most comprehensive all-in-one system where we're going to provide you with everything that you need under one roof, something that no one else in the online space has done at all, not to mention done as well as we have. And, you know, in the same way that a franchise gives you either package of systems and training of what's already worked time and time again for them, this is in many ways our version of an online franchise. We're going to give you the training, the systems, the program, and the support that you're going to need in order to be successful. We're even going to show you the right products to plug into so that you can get up and running in the shortest amount of time possible, so that you can skip all that startup phase, which is where most new business owners struggle, to be honest, and you can get building with momentum your business as fast as possible. This is a system built for you by experts in the industry so that you don't need to be one already. And you don't need previous experience here. Let us be clear, you know, this is not something where you need a business degree or business background in order to see results with a system like this. This is made for anyone. So I hope that you are excited. We are excited to show this to you tonight. We have an amazing presentation and we're going to dive into how it works and why it works. But before we go any further, I'm going to pull on someone to help me. My co-presenter, Garrett, is with me tonight, and I'm so happy to have you join us tonight. Garrett, please tell everyone a little bit about yourself.
All right, thank you, Nazreen. Hello, everybody. Yeah, my name is Garrett. I've been working online now with my wife, Jill, for the last 5 years. And honestly, we've been very successful. You know, we're really living our dream lives right now. We both left our old careers. We work from home or kind of from anywhere that we are. And we've done very, very well financially as well. So things are really good, you know, but honestly, they weren't always good, right? We really did come from nothing, right? Before I was working online, I was in the Navy for a good 12 years. And, you know, there was a certain point where I kind of looked back on the last, you know, decade or so of my life and, you know, I'd done everything right. You know, according to the life checkbox, right? I ticked off all those boxes. I graduated high school. I went to university. I got a really good, stable career in the military. I met my wife. We had a bunch of kids and you know, we're doing all these things right. But after, you know, doing all these right things, the things that you're apparently supposed to do, you know, somehow it just didn't add up. Right, we didn't have any money. We couldn't do anything, right? So basically, I'm sailing around the world for months at a time, right? Missing my wife and kids. Jill's working full time, serving tables, and we're basically both missing out on being parents to our kids and spouses to each other, and all of that just so we could barely stay afloat financially. Right, and you know, looking back, I'm shocked it took me so long to realize this, but you know, once we kind of came to terms with the fact that we were going nowhere, we really took action and changed things. You know, there was a kind of a line in the sand moment, honestly, where, you know, we just kind of said enough is enough, right? What we're doing isn't working. So we started looking for other ways to make money elsewhere. And we turned to the online world and we found something that actually worked. And that's really what we're going to be talking here about today. You know, we worked our butts off and we're at the point now where I'm making more money in a month than I used to in an entire year in the Navy. Okay, and the best part about this is that kind of thing happens all the time, right? We have hundreds of people who have done the same thing, but we'll get into that in a little bit here. For now, let's get into kind of what we're going to cover tonight. Okay, so, I mean, more than anything, guys, we want you to get the message that this is something that anybody can do, right? I'm no tech whiz. I had no experience working online or with computers really before this. I'm still clueless when it comes to technology, right? We have people from like 20-year-old college students all the way to like 65-year-old grandparents that are running successful businesses online with us. It really comes down to the fact that if you have Wi-Fi, you can do this. Okay, and we're going to show you how to actually start your business and become successful with it. And we're going to help you along the whole process as you go. Right now, you've probably noticed that a lot of people around you have been turning to the online space recently. And maybe it's to earn a secondary stream of income. Maybe it's to replace their primary one. And I think it's really important to have a look at why that is. Yeah, I mean, the last 2 years now really have just been crazy, right? It's been crazy, and it seems to only be getting crazier and stranger. And if you look around you, you'll see in a lot of cases all over the planet, the people who aren't working online kind of are having a harder time than the ones who are. You know what I mean? The world was already moving towards, doing everything online, sales online, all the social media, all that stuff, right? And the pandemics and the lockdowns and COVID and everything that's come with all of this has really just added fuel to that fire, right? Everything is moving online and has moved online because the internet is, quite simply, it's better and it's faster. And overall, it's a heck of a lot cheaper to run a business online than anywhere else, right? Now, I think the best part of all of this still, in my mind, is that this is still all pretty new stuff, guys. You're getting in at the beginning here. The internet's like 30 years old, and in the long term, like the grand scheme of things, that's really nothing, right? And we can all agree that the internet presents a massive opportunity, right? Just look at everything.com, right? Imagine where you'd be if you'd invested in Amazon in the 90s or Microsoft in the 80s, right? You'd be a millionaire or a billionaire at this point. The richest people on the planet are all in technology. They're all in internet-based businesses. Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, Bill Gates, all those guys, right? That's technology, internet, and software, right? That's how powerful technology is here, guys. And our results are obviously smaller than Jeff Bezos and Elon Musk and all them, but we are all making money in the same way here. And that's with technology and with the internet. And I think our results really do speak for themselves.
100%. And I'm just going to direct your attention, guys, to this beautiful collage just for 1 second. This is just a very small example of people who didn't wait and who just said enough's enough. They just responded by taking action. And, they just said that we want to take the control back in our hands, and we have a community that, hit over 100,000 people recently. So as you can imagine, we couldn't fit all the job quitters on this to show you. But so there's definitely a lot more. And I can tell you from my own experience, this is a freedom unlike any other. I came from the hospitality industry myself. And I had 3 jobs when I started this business. And within 9 months, I quit all of them. And I've never gone back to hospitality since. And, what we've seen with COVID is just that the internet is now truly the safest place to work. So besides all the other smart reasons to, start an online business, our health now is a huge factor as well. So this kind of begs the question in a way, is this for you? Well, I could technically ask you, are you tired of waking up to an alarm clock and going to a job that you don't like? Or are you struggling to pay your bills? Or do you want to be your own boss and it's something you've always wanted? But no matter who you are, even if you're one of the rare lucky ones who genuinely loves their job, it's going to come at a cost when you're exchanging time for money. No matter who you are, everyone can benefit from, either an additional stream of income to help your family or a replacement income completely that doesn't come from a job where you're exchanging your time for money. An online income source is truly the solution here. So, it comes to the point where I honestly think that this is definitely for anybody. This is a matter of, do you want to spend more time with your family? Do you know that everybody that I speak to on the phone, this is the top #1 priority for them. This is everybody's main reason, and having more money to do the things you want in life. Well, who doesn't want that? Who wouldn't say yes to that? And as far as having, that preparation for retirement and a nest egg, guys, this is not a cushy kind of idea here. Having a nest egg to retire comfortably is a necessity. It's an absolute necessity. My own serving jobs, for example, were not as rigid as a 9 to 5, but I still had no freedom. I had, I made okay money, but I wasn't happy. I was juggling, running around like a headless chicken from one job to the next, amongst other things in my life. And I was tired, worn out, and I would have given anything to stop serving. And luckily, I found something in time. And, the automation in the system allows you to start living your life now instead of waiting till you're 65. What I love is that I don't have to put my living on hold. I'm not in front of my computer for endless hours a day, working around the clock until I'm 65, but rather the automation in my business means that the machines that the machines are just so incredible because they don't take breaks, you know, they don't walk away. Talk about like a time and a money saver. I don't have to be in 10 places at once. In other words, my business is running and earning me money while I'm spending time with my family or doing anything that I want to do, flying to the next spot on the globe because I love to travel. I mean, time is truly the only commodity that we can't get more of or get back for that matter, right? So wouldn't you want to spend the time that you do have left with those who mean the most to you and doing the things that you love?
And you know, just to be clear here, guys, this is not a get rich quick scheme. You know, and you know, flipping through your social media, you can see the world is just so full of those right now. We're probably the only people telling you that we're not going to make you a millionaire tomorrow. Right? And we're proud of that, right? This is a legitimate business. I'm a real person. I have a real business and I'm getting real results, right? So are we all. Now, I mean, don't get me wrong too, you know, I'm not your everyday person and neither is anyone here. This wasn't my backup plan, right? This was my plan. This was the thing that was going to change my life for me and my family. And that's exactly what it did. You know, we've been working online now for 5 years, like I said, and the one thing I can guarantee you is that our system works if you work it. All right, I'm living proof of that. You saw all those job quitters a couple slides back. That's just a tiny cross section, but they're also living proof of this. You know, our system is solid. Our system is tested. It works, guys. The only variable here is you.
100%. And that's something we reiterate in our business community all the time. And, you know, since becoming my own boss 4.5 years ago, my life, guys, has no walls, no limits. I decide when and how much I work and how much I earn. You know, I love the fact that I'm not limited to going to a building to earn money. My business's location is everywhere. You know, it goes where I go. I'm not limited to a schedule set by my boss who needs to fill the shifts or whatever, but I'm working when and how much I want and taking time off when I want. And I'm not limited to answering to someone else who decides how much I make. I mean, that's the worst of it all. And I think most people would agree with that. You know, I live in Vancouver here, and the government here, and I think this is across the whole country of Canada, allows restaurant owners to pay their servers below minimum wage. You know, it's a crazy legal loophole that actually keeps serving staff in a place of totally being dependent on their tips to live off because their paychecks are really, really tiny. And, you know, the money instead that my business generates in 1 month covers several months of living expenses. And there's no ceiling to your income here. So if you've always wanted to work for yourself, but have had no idea how or where to even begin, then you're exactly in the right place. And you're exactly the type of person who the system it was built for. In the last few years, I've seen so many people do incredible things in our community. You know, people are capable of doing really amazing stuff, but often they just need a little help. So that's why we want to start you off on the right foot here with a rock solid foundation. So just as you would, you know, need a really firm foundation when building a house, the same is true for an online business. So first, we're going to talk about pillars, because in any business, offline or online, there's the same 3 pillars that you need for any business to be successful. But the way in which you would say set up these pillars in an offline business is extremely different than in the online world. So what we're going to do is share with you how we've taken care of each of these 3 pillars for you so that you can get set up properly and easily. So let's start them off with pillar number 1, Garrett.
Now, you know, thanks to the internet, we all know that you can pretty much buy anything you want whenever you want. I mean, look around you, you see picture frames and you see doorknobs and you see fridges, right? I'm just naming things I see in my room right now, but you know, half those things I bought online and the other half I probably could have, right? And honestly, it's a beautiful thing to be in a position where you kind of connect people with the things they want. And as a marketer, I want to find ways to do that, and I want to make a commission on top, right? Now, the really, really smart retailers, they've capitalized on the fact that there are people like me who, you know, want a piece of that pie, right? So they set up these referral programs to pay commissions to everyday people like you and me for marketing and selling their products online for them. Now, if you look here, there's just a few examples of some of these retailers with these referral or affiliate programs, right? And you know, the programs that these huge retailers have in place are really the reason that there's some of the biggest companies on the planet, right? You've got eBay, Amazon, Best Buy, Walmart, Apple, just to name a few here. These guys are so successful because they're leveraging people like us, right? They're basically using people to do the legwork for them and sell their products, right? So that's one way to go here. Now, another way to find products to sell is by joining what's called an affiliate network. And here are a few of the bigger ones here. What these guys do is they give you access to a kind of a wider variety of retailers that have their own referral programs. So they're basically like the middleman here. Now, I want you to have a look at the URL at the bottom of this slide. And this is something you might see when you're just about to buy something online, right? You look at everythingafter.com there, that's someone's affiliate ID. So that means that someone's getting paid a commission when this purchase is made. And I mean, I want that someone to be me, really. And you should want that someone to be you.
100%. So this is how it works online, guys. You either have to work with one of these retailers directly, or you're going to need to work with one of these large networks. And as a business owner, you really want to maximize your earnings, right? So what we've done is remove the middleman altogether so that no one is taking a piece of commission away from you. You know, we set you up with the retailer directly so that you can make more money. And not just working with the retailer directly, but the right retailer. This really makes a huge difference because not all retailers are created equal. You know, many have gone bankrupt, and you want to make sure that you're connected to ones that you can count on, ones with a strong history and track record who are going to be there for you in the future and will pay you and pay you all the commission that you earn. So we've taken care of that all for you in pillar number 1. So let's take a look at pillar number 2, because all you need after that is to find a way to tell your people about your product.
Yeah, okay, so first off, we identified the products that we want to sell. Now you have to find a way to sell them, right? And this is where the sales funnel comes into play. When it comes to sales, you know, there are really 2 ways to go. Either you go to them or they come to you, right? There's that traditional, I call it the salesy approach. I don't know if that's a word, but that's where you're actively searching out customers and you're handing out business cards and you're cold calling and you're networking. And, you know, a lot of times you're basically begging for business, and that's a very hard thing to do. It's for the true salespeople of the world, and that's not me. That's not something I'm very good at. It's not something that most people are very good at. So that's not what we do. Okay, what we do is called attraction marketing, and that's when we bring the sales to us. And I tell you guys, it is a heck of a lot easier than any other way of selling things, okay? Now, attraction marketing is completely useless without a sales funnel, though. So I'm going to turn it over to Nazreen here a little bit so she can kind of get into what exactly that is.
For sure. Thank you. Well, maybe guys, you've never heard of a sales funnel. I remember when I watched my first webinar 4.5 years ago, I certainly didn't. But a sales funnel is not a new concept. In fact, every properly set up online business out there has some form of a sales funnel on their back end. It's just basically another way of saying an automated system whereby instead of someone, you know, at your business physically that is, going to people saying, you need this product and you should buy this and hey, you should buy this now. Instead, the online system is giving your customers all the information they need in one place. And so, for example, people can come to my website and they have all the resources they need to make an informed decision when they're ready on their own. And that's how it should be. You know, it removes the pushiness and instead uses that consistency and service and does this for you 24/7 so that you don't have to. It does this on your behalf. And this happens while you're sleeping, while you're out with your family during the day, whatever. The systems are generating leads for you. And, you know, this happens in my business daily. I wake up and I have email notifications in my inbox showing me that I have leads or even made sales without me knowing that they're there. A sales funnel streamlines it all and it makes the process so easy, which after a while does start to feel like you're almost printing your own money.
Yeah, and I mean, when you have a sales funnel that's working like it's supposed to, you're basically putting in money and you're getting back more than you put in, right? And honestly, guys, that's business 101, right? You want to make something where you're putting in $1 and you're getting $2 back, right? Or you're putting in 5 and getting back 100, like you see there. What's beautiful about what we're doing here online is there are no limits. Okay, when you're doing this online, there are no limits. With a sales funnel that's actually working, you should be able to put in like $10,000 and get out $100,000, right? Why not? And who wouldn't do that if they could, right? But you have to remember, this kind of thing only happens when you have a sales funnel that works.
Totally. And the reason, guys, why most people don't even bother considering starting an online business in the first place is because they don't have all the know-how and the time or the money that's required. Take a look at this little list right here, because that's all. These are all literally all the things that you're going to need. And I know that you don't have all that's on this list. Maybe you have one, but most people don't have all of these, and we know that, and that's why you're here. But that's why the system is so successful, because it's already built for people like you. We put together the system, turned it into a well-oiled machine to give you with all of the crucial components built into it so that you can reach the goals that you want without the stress. So in other words, you don't need the technical knowledge, and you don't need design experience. We have a whole tech team on the back end putting together all these moving parts and all of the programs that need to speak to each other and, putting together your website for you. You don't need the marketing know-how. You don't need all this extra time that it's going to take to put together all these complicated pieces. And you don't need anywhere close to the money that it would take to actually do this. You can simply use our system and plug in and go. It's not just about the system, obviously. It's about making the system work for you. We provide you with incredible training to teach you how to take the sales funnel and actually maximize it by not just attracting people to it, but the right people. You want quality leads that will turn into quality buyers for your business. And the rest is letting the system convert them for you as the system engages them on your behalf. They're doing that between the capture page, between the engaging emails, and it's doing that all for you. And this is one big reason why people love working with us, because having this put together so that you can plug in and go and the technical stuff all maintained for you saves you thousands of dollars and so much frustration. We've essentially built the vehicle for you, maintained the engine for you, but you get to enjoy driving it. So we take care of all the tough parts so that you can focus on the fun part, which brings us to pillar number 3.
Yeah, this is the fun part, honestly. Like, we found the products to sell. We found a way to sell them. Now we have to find the people to sell them to, right? And this is where the marketing and the targeting and all the stuff that I've come to find to be really fun comes into play. Right now, I think it's important that we pin down what we mean by traffic and really how important leads are to any business. What a lead is, it's basically just people coming to your business. Right. And I want you to think about your local Walmart, for example. OK, let's say they have a parking lot full of people ready to go in and buy a bunch of stuff. And everyone gets out of their cars. They go to the doors and they find that the doors are locked. Well, in that case, Walmart has a whole bunch of leads, but they have no customers because they can't get into the store. Right. No traffic, no sales. Bad day for Walmart. Right. Now, let's look at this another way here. Now, just imagine the parking lot again. It's filled with people. And everyone goes in and they all spend $1, right? Now, 10,000 people go in and spend $1 each. That's still a really bad day for Walmart. So in that case, they have the quantity, but what's really important in business is quality.
Absolutely. Yeah. And we're going to show you how to get those quality leads. And here's the beautiful thing, guys. We've made it easy to summarize. We got the right offer. We have the right system to help you introduce that offer to your market. And then we help you understand how to get high quality traffic for your business. And that together is what generates income and revenue. That's easy math, right? So that's why you're here tonight, of course. What I love here is that, when you reduce this down, it's really just about helping people. We all need several things in our life. And, since we can't provide all these things for ourselves, what we do is we end up looking elsewhere to have someone provide it for us. I mean, that's really all business is helping people resolve a need that they have. Sometimes people will call this need a pain point, and I'll give you a quick example. There was one, I already mentioned that I live in Vancouver, and we do not get a whole bunch of snow right here in the city, but once in a while we do. And a few years back we did. And I remember even just from my car to one of my jobs that I had at the time, I was walking in ankle deep snow. And I did not have shoes or boots at the time that were waterproof. And after a couple of days of being pretty miserable, doing my entire serving shift in soaking wet feet, I finally just said, no, I got to go out and find the right boots. I spent a couple $100s on a great quality pair of boots that are completely waterproof. And I still love using them to this day. So that's a good example. But I'm going to personalize my point a little bit further. You're all here to find a way to make a stream of income online from the comfort and safety of your own home, right? And, so if you've come across one of these websites, because we know that you have, because you're here, right? Maybe it looked like this, or maybe it looked a little bit different, inviting you to attend a free webinar. right? You took that offer because built into the system is the message from people like you who have walked the walk already. And here is where you're learning how to resolve that need. Business all works exactly the same way. So, when I came across this opportunity myself in 2017, I had already spent 23 long years as a server, and I was past the point of exhaustion in every way. I was ready, I was ready to own my time and replace my income for good. And that for me was a huge pain point, and this was the solution.
That's it, guys, right? This is the exact system that I'm using. This is the exact system that Nasreen is using, that all these people beside us here are using. Right? We basically told you the secret, so why not just go off and do this on your own? And sure, you could, but you are going to run into a couple of huge obstacles. Okay, first off, it's going to take you forever to make your own sales funnel and to make it actually work, right? You need a whole bunch of different programs and software to all work together and talk to each other to actually produce the sales that you're looking for. And that's hard, right? It's taken us years to perfect ours. But I think even more importantly, guys, it's going to really cost you, right? These systems that we're using are pricey. We've actually put together a little list here of some of the platforms that a lot of people are using in the online space. And if you look here, these are really just the basic plain Jane platforms that people are using. But look at the prices here, right? This is not cheap software. We're talking like $22,000 before you even get out of the gate. And I'll be honest here, guys, this is the short list. This isn't everything you'd even need. We didn't bother listing it all because really you don't need to know, right? You have us, right? You don't need to do this on your own. We've got the system built. Really all you have to do is plug into it, skip all that hard stuff, and get right down to business.
And not only, guys, are you going to get to leverage the system here, but you're going to leverage us. Another reason people are so reassured working with us is knowing that they're not walking in being taught by someone who's just got a few weeks experience, but they're actually learning from our global team of experts in the industry. So now it's your turn to leverage us. In other words, you get to use us because we've walked the walk already. No one has ever reached success all on their own. I mean, why would you want to do that and put all that on your shoulders? Here you don't have to. We have countless people making 5- and 6-figure months, 6- and 7 figures annually. Imagine having a mastermind of people around you like that, willing to help, sharing their wisdom, experience, their do's and don'ts, and all to help you build your momentum in your business. That is a huge benefit, and it's absolutely priceless. So let's recap again these 3 pillars. We've found the products already. We've gone out, we've found the products for the system already that produce the high commissions. We have the sales funnel that's already been tested and proven to work over years and over tens of thousands of people. And we know that it works and gets results. And, we have the training to back it all up. It's all very easy to follow, step-by-step modules that are just completely user-friendly. And the fact that this is all automated, saves you so much time. Now, obviously, our system is not 100% automated. I'm still the business owner of my business, so I'm putting in my effort, but all of the most difficult parts are automated to make things so much smoother and simpler for you. So when you close the laptop and you walk away to enjoy your day or evening with your family, your business doesn't stop. So it allows you to actually enjoy the fruits of your labor. And this is how we're helping people and how we can help you too. But here's where I'm just going to, ask you guys to pause on this whole presentation for a second so that you can really ask yourself one important question.
When you think about it, it really does kind of all come down to these 3 little words, right? Are you ready? Are you ready to step out of your comfort zone and learn how to do something that will change your entire life? Are you ready to stop letting other people tell you what your time is worth and kind of, live life on your own terms, right? Or to stop working for other people and building their wealth instead of yours, right? I'll tell you guys, if your answer to any of those questions is yes, you're going to absolutely love what we have to offer tonight. So, Nazreen, let's get into what's on the table here.
Absolutely. So this is it, guys. When you join our team, you're going to be getting all of this stuff. And we're going to go into it a little bit more in detail in a second. But yes, the coaching and the mentorship, because you cannot do this on your own. We are here to support you. And That's both in a personal way with your own coach and mentor assigned to you, as well as the large community of people around you. You get weekly masterminds that you can tap into, all the training in a step-by-step format, and the products as well, all in one space. And speaking on the products, you can sell trinkets and Tupperware or makeup and all those little, cutesy little things, and you can make a little bit of pocket change. But you're not here tonight for that, because pocket change can't change your reality. It really can't. You're here to make serious life-changing income. And for that, you need products that pay high commissions, and we have them. And the cherry on top here, as we said already, is that you're never going to be doing the act of selling in your business anyway. The system is engaging your leads on your behalf and doing that selling for you. And then there's our personal coaching program. And this is where you're going to have the chance to get on the phone for a one-on-one coaching call with one of our experienced top coaches, a leader in our community, to help you and strategize with you on the best plan of action that is catered for you to have the best success based on what you want to achieve in your business. And you're going to be working for yourself, but not by yourself, right? And we've made that really, really clear tonight. The continual personal and community support never, ever goes away. And here's where you can attend weekly meetings to hear directly the specific strategies from our 6 and 7 figure earners. And all the training is recorded as well, which includes the meetings, so that you can refer back to them again and again. And what you're going to learn is how to leverage the power of social media marketing. Facebook, Google, YouTube, all of these are not just for killing time and keeping in touch with friends and watching funny videos, although that's all great too. But these are the biggest business platforms in the world, guys. Facebook alone has 1.9 billion active users daily, on a daily basis. And I know you've seen the ads online, right? They're everywhere. And the only people really thriving during this really difficult time right now are the business owners on the other end, because they're at home and you're at home, and they still have a way to get their business, whether it's a service or a product, in front of you. And that's why it's so important to your success to learn how to use these powerful platforms for your business, because you need these skills, and that's why it's all built into our training. And I know it sounds like a lot, right? But you're not doing this alone, not ever, not in any phase of your business. And unlike a typical solopreneur where you have to figure things out on your own, here there are thousands of people in every time zone to help you. So throw your questions at them and see what's working for them and what's not. And no matter how often you get stuck, there are so many people here to help you get unstuck. Everyone knows Oprah Winfrey, right? She started from nothing and she built an empire. And I love what she says. She says, surround yourself only with people who will take you higher. And that's exactly what we do every day for our business owners. So maybe the best thing I can do at this point is bring it back to you, Garrett, because, you and Jill had no previous experience and you guys are absolutely killing it.
Yeah, you're dead right? I had never had a business in my life, right? No sales, no marketing, nothing like that. And like you said, I was one of those people that just looked up old friends. That was my social media experience, right? Or looked at stupid videos, right? I didn't even know what a Facebook ad was, to be honest, or Meta. I know without a doubt in my mind that I could not have done any of this without my mentors, right? And now, what happens here is you kind of evolve. I'm in the position to mentor myself now. And I can see what people need help with, and I can help them because chances are I needed help with the exact same thing. Right. And that's really how it works for all of us. Right. Every single person beside me here has their own mentor, and I can guarantee you that they are all better off for it. Right. And what's so cool about what we're doing here is that you're using the same system that your mentor is using. Right. And this is the system that let me leave a 12-year Navy career. Right. And spend all this time with my family. Right. But honestly, guys, I know what it's like. I didn't have $20,000, $30,000 lying around to start an online business either, right? That was out of the question before. It wasn't that long ago. I was driving around this crappy blue minivan where, if you open the sliding door, it would literally fall off. And we would park away from the school dropping the kids off just because we were so embarrassed, right? We were just flat broke. And I've been there, right? I will never go back though because of this exact system. Right. And that's because I didn't have to pay, $21,600, right, to start my business. And that's really something to think about. Okay. So let's get down to brass tacks here, guys. It's been like 40 minutes or so now. We've talked about what we do. We talked about how we do it and how literally anyone with a connection to the internet can do this too. But it's probably time we get into what we're offering here. Okay, so here it is, the offer of a lifetime. For $149, you can join our system and you can start your own online business. And I want you to think about this, guys. I've done the math. Compared to $22,000, that's like a 99% discount, okay? This is an absolute no-brainer.
And we need to be clear here, guys. This is not a subscription. This is not a monthly charge at all, but a one-time charge only. I mean, you might be asking, how can we possibly do this for so little? Well, when you work with a group as large as ours, we have the benefit of mass purchasing power, which just means that the savings can be passed on to you, which is why in all these years, we've never and will never make this a monthly fee, ever. And for those of you who have had a business before, I mean, you know what an amazing opportunity this is. And for those of you who have decided to join tonight, well, here's what you're going to need to do next. You're going to click that button up there that says join our team. And we mean it when we say team, guys. It means that from here on, we are in this together. You're not doing this alone. And when you click on that button, we then send you an email with some really important links and some next steps. We're going to send you some vital information packed into some videos that goes far more in depth so that you can fully understand all the ins and outs of this business. And, you can watch those videos as often as you need to with whoever you want. We want you to understand how this business model really works in detail and exactly how it can help you and your family. And you're going to get to see all of the products and understand how they work. And of course, the commissions, which everyone's so excited to see, and to see the strategies on how we can make some really incredible money in this business. I'm talking strategies that, we've applied and used for years so that you can actually start applying them right away. And we're also going to add you to our private Facebook group so that you can check us out really, really well. You really snoop us, and this step is really a big part of your research too, and doing your due diligence. And I really believe it's so important so that you can really see the faces of the people behind this group. So you can see how real we are, see the system, see the real results all in one place. And here tonight, there's just a few of us down below here, and Garrett and myself, our Facebook group, like I said, hit over 100,000 people. So obviously we can't invite everybody on here, but you're going to be able to see that when you join our group. And lastly, you're going to have a link to book your one-on-one coaching call with your assigned coach. And this is where you're going to have that uninterrupted time with your coach, one of our successful leaders in the community, where we can help come up with a game plan to help you get started in the best way possible that's catered for you. For a second here, guys, I'm going to talk about integrity because this is super important. Business is all about relationships, and you can't have quality relationships without integrity. Integrity is absolutely everything to us, and it's our driving force, and we completely stand by it. It's what our community is built on, and we don't sacrifice respect for one another for anything. And it shows itself everywhere you look. We pride ourselves on a beautifully diverse community in every way, different ages and gender, culture, it doesn't make any difference. Respect is given to everyone, and it shows in how we interact with each other, how transparent we are with each other, and it exists in the very way we help each other succeed. We push ourselves to constantly provide our people with 24-hour full access to training and systems so that they can maintain control of their business to maximize their earnings. But we are a community that will expect you to be passionate about your business, a community that will expect you to push yourself and be self-driven. The success of your business will be your drive. It's all up to you, your drive and your motivation. Even with all these systems and tools, it makes zero difference how badly I want this for you. It's 100% up to you to show up and put in the effort. So this could be your life-changing moment, your line in the sand, your breaking point where you decide that enough's enough and you want to finally do something that you've never been able to do before, or maybe something you never dreamed was possible before. This is it. This is your chance to create a life with more time and more income than you ever thought was possible. So here it is, guys. This is your chance of a lifetime. If you've ever wanted to, find a way to work online with a business of your own, but you've never had any idea how to break into the online space, this is your chance. And you do not need to be a tech guru. Like we've already said it so many times already, but it's worth saying again. You do not need to be a tech person or computer savvy or have a business background, or it doesn't matter. We have you covered in every step of the way. And we're saving you time here. We're saving you money, and to skip all of those terrible, frustrating mistakes that most people will and do make when they do this on their own. Again, we like to compact things and put it under one roof. Like I said before, we're giving you the vehicle, we're maintaining it for you. It's just about, handing you the keys and just saying, enjoy the ride, Take a look at the job quitters again. Guys, if you've ever felt stuck in your job for too long, and like I said, 23 years in serving, God, I was past my expiration date for quite a few years, but you know what that's like. Maybe you've wanted to work for yourself and you've dreamed of the day that you could walk into your boss's office and tell him or her those two beautiful words, I quit. You can. And look at all these faces. Look at all these people who have paved the way for you. And this is a small fraction of our job quitters. We cannot fit all of them in one tiny little space here. But imagine being, surrounded by people like this, people that you can ask questions to and engage with, mastermind and strategize with, people that can help you in every way. And, if this pandemic, oh goodness, if this pandemic ever happens again, or God forbid, I don't have a crystal ball. Nobody does, right? But if it ever happens again, you'll at least have the security of knowing that you're already online and you have something in place and set up. I know many people that have struggled during 2020 and that still do in different ways. And my heart just goes out to them, and for us personally, my husband and I, because we had this in place already, when COVID hit, our business didn't change anything. It kept going like clockwork. So guys, if $149 can change your life for good in the ways that we're talking about, I've got to think that, you can see why it's worth it. And Garrett, I'm going to pull you back here for just one last time, just to tell everyone exactly what they're getting and why this is a totally secure transaction.
Okay, so let's break this all down. First off, you are getting access to the product mix that will make you the most amount of money in the least amount of time, quite simply, okay? We're gonna show you how to use the most powerful marketing tool on planet Earth to get your message out there. And we're gonna keep you on top of your game with these weekly masterminds and personal mentorship. Okay, now, guys, you're getting plugged into an automated system here, which means that you're really gonna be able to finally make money while you sleep, or while you're laying on the beach, or while you're watching a hockey game, or whatever you want, right? And how this actually rolls out here is that for every single person who joins our platform, you're getting plugged into a custom tailored part of our system, which means that we're defining every single aspect of this as yours. We're putting you in the position of expert here, right? You're the person or the business, I guess, that everyone wants to work with. Right. And that's why this works for our people. So in a nutshell, guys, this is what you're getting. And I tell you, it's a heck of a lot. But we are going to step it up just one more notch here. I mean, for you now, you're still learning and you're still pretty new to this, and you're going to be figuring things out for a while here. So we're going to take all the stress right off. Okay. We're going to let you check out everything for a full month, completely risk-free. Okay, which means that you're getting a full 30 days to decide if this is for you. And if for whatever reason it's not, all you have to do is ask and we'll refund your $149. Now, there is one condition on that, and I think you'll agree this is totally fair. All that we ask is that you don't get your refund after you've had your coaching call. Okay, and the reason for that's really simple, right? Our coaches are compensated for their time out of that $149. Okay, and everybody's time is worth something, right? Your time is valuable, their time is valuable too. So once you've had that coaching call and your coach has sat down with you and taken time to understand what's going on in your life and really come up with a plan that's going to get you going in your own business here, obviously you're not going to qualify for a refund at that point. Okay, and I think that's pretty fair. But anytime within the 30 days before that call, all you have to do is ask. So you know what, guys, I'm going to close off by saying this. Working online has truly changed my life and my family's life in remarkable ways. I know without a doubt, if I hadn't clicked that button that you're looking at right now, that join our success team, I would still be in the Navy right now. I would be sailing somewhere in the world that I don't want to be, away from my wife, away from my kids, away from my home, and I'd be missing everything, right? But instead, because I took a chance on myself, because I reached that line in the sand moment, and said enough is enough, I've been able to spend as much time at home with my wife and kids as I can. I can spend my days doing whatever I like. And that is truly the freedom that I was looking for, and that you probably are too. So you never know, right? This might be your line in the sand moment yourself, but you won't know until you know, right? So our part tonight is done, you guys. I want to thank you on behalf of Nazreen and myself for listening, and we're going to turn it over to some amazing presenters now who are going to share some truly amazing stories. So yeah, on behalf of Nazreen and I want to thank you guys for listening, and we'll see you on the inside.
Wow. Do you know something? I get so excited every time I see that presentation, guys, and so much information. And you know what Nazreen and Garrett said there is so true. That 149 is the bargain of a lifetime. I run my business on my phone, guys, and I have a tech team that supports me every single day. What more could you ask for? Absolutely amazing. So thanks for the info, guys. Absolutely wonderful. So now we come to the second part of our presentation, and I am going to be bringing some amazing people on now. Just let me get them all on here. Okie dokie. Some beautiful faces for you to see, guys. And before we start, I just want to thank each and every one of them for coming on tonight, because I know that we are all in different time zones across the world. So thanks, guys. I really, really appreciate it. So without further ado, Monica, can you unmute yourself? I'm going to bring you on first to tell your story. So I'm going to mute myself and introduce Monica.
You bet. Hi, everybody. Thank you for joining us. I welcome you. It was just a few short years, 5 years ago, I was sitting where you all were watching a webinar. I think I was what you'd call a webinar stalker. I think I watched like 4 or 5 of them just to make sure it was real. There was so much out there. And I couldn't stop thinking about it. And luckily, I hit the link that Garrett is talking about. And what made me do that was because it was risk-free. You can get your money back. So what did I have to lose? I was tired of feeling tired. I was tired of feeling burnt out, because I was in retail all of my life. I'm 50 years old now, and in a blink I got to be that age. How in the heck am I there? But I started retail, I think, when I was 19, and I used to love it. But then I had kids, right? And then I had a mortgage, and I had bills and them to look after. And my priorities began to shift, and I found I was spending way too much time at work and less time at home. And my kids were missing out on time with me, and I was missing them. I was missing so many activities. And every year I found myself wanting to be at home, wanting to make a change. But because retail was all I'd ever done, and I didn't have any other schooling or education, I didn't know what I wanted to do. I didn't want to go back, to school, because that was only going to get me how much more in debt. And it was nothing I really had a passion for. So I was trying to figure that out. So, if you had said that someone like me, that is not tech savvy, doesn't have a business background except for management in retail, if you'd have said I would have my own business and one online, I would have said you were crazy. But fast forward 5 years, here I am. I was in retail. I say was because I was able to leave that retail career 3 summers ago, years earlier than I ever thought possible. And it's given me back my time. In all transparency, guys, I started this business for the money. I think all of us can agree we're here because we want to make more money. Times are tough. And as Garrett and Jill mentioned in the presentation about COVID, that was hard on all of us. And I think a lot of us are still trying to get back, what we lost then. And, when I was still in retail, my store shut down 2 times with 4 hours notice. But I had my business running in the background, and it blew up because people began to realize really quickly, I think, they needed to find that backup plan. They needed to find their plan B, and something that would run 24/7. Like Warren Buffett said, find something that runs 24/7 so that you don't have to worry, and as I was sitting here with the presentation, my business was still running in the background, which is a beautiful thing. You can go do the things you want to do and the business still runs for you, which is priceless. I started for the money, which is great, don't get me wrong, but the time factor is what is huge. It's huge. Just a quick story. I've lost my dad 2 years ago. I can get through this without crying now. But if I'd still been in retail, I would not have had those moments with him that this business allowed me to have. So for that, I am so grateful, because I would not have been able to just take all the time off I wanted to take off if I'd had to go into a JOB and punch a time card. Not to mention, I think my biggest day in this business was $5,400, which in retail that I spent over 25 years in would have taken me just shy over 2 months to make. So guys, I'm gonna leave it there because I want to save time for everybody else, but take a chance, take a risk, so that you're not wondering, 2 years down the road, what if I had tried that business? What would it have given me? What would it have done for me? And for all you moms out there, there is options. You can work from home and have time with your kids. You don't have to choose. That's all for me, Tina. Thanks, guys.
That was amazing. Thank you so, so much. And, I really resonated with what you said there, Monica, because being in corporate was like Groundhog Day. I started for the money as well, but it has given me so much time and freedom and financial freedom to live the life that I want to do. So I absolutely understand where you're coming from there. So next we have another beautiful lady. Jayway, can you unmute yourself? And the floor is yours, lovely.
Thanks, Tina. Hi, everyone. My name's Jayway, and I'm here from Ontario, Canada. From in the cottage country, in the Lake District. And I live here with my husband and my dog, Charlie. So I've been an educator for, about 30 years. And my husband's a contractor in the renovation world. So you might ask, you got pretty good jobs. Why are you working online? Well, that was the question that I asked myself 4 years ago. We wanted time freedom. We felt like we were working and getting someone else ahead, and we weren't really enjoying all our dreams that we had for ourselves. We kept shrinking them. But our lives came to a halt very quickly for over a period of a year. My husband was having bouts with his back. He'd be on the couch for 2 or 3 days, and then he'd be back to work. And then it was a week term. And one morning he called me and he said, Jay, you got to get in here. I can't feel from my waist down. And that, in an instant, our lives changed. And, fast forward, he did have successful back surgery, but my mind started going. Were we going to pay the bills? Was I going to lose the house that we worked so hard for? Was he going to walk again? All those things start coming in my mind, and I'm thinking, but what else can I do? I don't want to have the house parties. I don't want to sell. What else can I do? And I knew online was the way that, things were going. And I guess if I didn't get on the bandwagon, I'd be left behind. So I did start to search, and those unexpected moments happen in an instant. And I never wanted to feel that feeling again of helplessness, of not being able to pay the bills if he couldn't walk or if he couldn't work again. I remember in the staff room, was shortly after, and a bunch of teachers were sitting at the table, and I remember them talking about their day, and one of them said, I've got 10 years left. And I'm thinking, what are they talking about? They were talking about their retirement. Now that when I have 7 years, and I got thinking to myself, I have 14 years left. That's not going to happen. I started this business. I jumped in with 2 feet. I knew that I didn't want to work another 14 years. When I found this business platform, I was a little nervous at first, but I knew once, I just believed in the system. I jumped in with 2 feet. Once I got all the training, it was, it just opened my eyes to other ways to make money. Initially, I just wanted, like Monica said, I was in it to make, even if I could make 1,000 or 2,000 more a month, I could save that. It would be a little nest egg. We had nothing we saved for retirement. So I thought if I could just do that, that would be great. Well, I'm telling you, this business has totally changed my life. I was able to resign 2.5 years into my business, 14 years early. My life has changed completely. The time freedom, being able to travel when I want and not being told when to travel has been, I remember our first trip, I said to my husband, what month is it? And he says, February. I said, yeah, February. When was the last time I was able to travel in February? So, we traveled, I don't know, I think we did 6 trips that year. One trip was 3 weeks away in Portugal and in Europe. I've never been away that long. And we worked hard. We had good jobs, but we just found like it just was never enough. And like I said, this business has changed my life. The biggest month I've had was just under $26,000. Couple months later, another 23,000. It just blew my mind. Like Monica said, it in one day, 5,400. Are you kidding me? That was 2 months, teaching. So work smarter, not harder. My wheels started turning again, and I knew that, this was the business that was going to get me retired early and to create my best life. And I can't say thank you enough, actually, because it's turned my world around in 360 degrees. The reason I love this business is the flexibility, the portability, because I knew when I saw the commission structure, if I was going to start making money, I want to be able to take it wherever I want because I am a big traveler. I can work from my lawn chair. I can work from my boat. I can work, from any country in the world. So that has been a blessing in itself. I love that I can set my own schedule. I haven't put on my alarm clock in 2 years. I don't have to make my lunch anymore. I know that's silly, but those are the little things that really have, those are the things that I went after, and those were my whys when I came in. And to spend time with my aging parents. Like Monica said, I couldn't just go when they needed me. I was working. So that in itself has been amazing. And I was not tech savvy. I taught young children. That's what I knew to do. But I will tell you, if you're willing and coachable and you're willing to learn something new, you can do this business. If you're tired of making just enough or, maybe shrinking your dreams and putting your dreams to the back burner, maybe it's time that you took a deeper look into this business platform. I've never seen anything like it, I'll tell you, and just jump in. You have nothing to lose. It might just be the life changer that it was for me and thousands of others. And like I said, if you can jump out of your comfort zone, there's amazing things on the other side of that. So thanks everyone for listening. Back to you, Tina.
Thank you so much, Jay. And do you know something? You are CEO of your own life. That is just fabulous, absolutely fabulous. But do you know something as well, guys? And this is the truth. And I don't know what it was like, for, where you are. But in the UK here, when I was 18, a long, long time ago, but when I was 18, the retirement age here for women was 60. It is now 67. And the government are putting that retirement age up again soon. So that's what it's all about. When are we going to actually retire? I've retired now and I've retired early, so I totally get it. Absolutely wonderful. So Grace, you're up next. If you can unmute yourself, and the floor is yours.
Thank you, Tina. Thank you for, having me here tonight. And it's such an honor to be presenting with you all. And my name is Grace. I am originally from Burma, but currently we're living in California with our beautiful family. And I am a mom of 5 very young kids. So, yes. So 5 years ago, I started this business because the main reason is I wanted to be home with my kids. When I was started back in 5 years ago, I was about to give birth to my 3rd child, and I didn't want to leave him. I didn't want to leave him after my maternity leave, and also I didn't want to leave all my 3 kids with my mom because she's gonna be so tired. And as a mom, I wanted to be present in their life, especially when they're young. And on the other hand, both me and my husband, we were working long hours, but we were living paycheck to paycheck. We didn't have any extra saving or anything like that, so we couldn't even take a vacation. that's the reason why I started looking into, an alternative, and I found this business, when I was using my Facebook. So yeah, I found this business opportunity, and the rest is the history. We started in 5 years ago, and after I started my business, to set up my business, it took me only 2 weeks because of our amazing proven trusted system, which is very easy to follow. So it's already explained in the presentation, so I'm not going to talk about that. Yeah, but it only took me 2 weeks. And then I still remember that I received my first pay. It was $160, and it was my happiest day. And this is happening. I was like, oh, this is happening. Okay, I just need to keep going. And, my goal is to be able to quit my job. But I only got, to go back a little bit, I only got 6 weeks for my maternity leave, and I had to go back. So, but after a year and a few months, I believe 5 months, 1 year and 5 months, I was able to leave my career. So at my age of 32 at the time, so I would never believe it, like, oh my God, I could quit my job, retire at my young age of 32, and I couldn't imagine without this business, what I'm gonna do. So, and my biggest day in this business was 11,000. It just in 1 day pay. And it was like, my God, this is 3 months of my salary that I used to work as a manager in my corporate job, right? And my biggest month was 32,000. So that was like 6 months of our salary. And that's mean a lot to us. Now I have 5 kids, and it's been 4 years since I was able to leave my full-time job and being there for my kids 24/7, do everything for them. And at the same time, I am able to run my business because it doesn't require a lot of time. So I'm using 2 to 4 hours, but I'm very consistent, 2 to 4 hours every day. But I am taking off on Sunday. It's my family day. So yeah. So I just keep going like that, and the business result that I'm getting from this business is very consistent, and earning more than 10,000 every month is a huge impact that this business make my family life. We can go on vacation whenever we want, and we also have a chance to travel as a family, and also we also had a chance to travel to different countries because of this business. So it's just truly amazing. I'm just like ordinary mom. I'm no special, I didn't have any experience with working online before, but, with everything that we have here, the system, the mentor, and the coach and everything, I was able to run my business successfully, and my family life has been changed through this business. So I am above and beyond grateful every single day that I'm waking up without worrying about, finances, without alarm clock. So, well, I just want to encourage everyone, just check it out and see it. So see it for yourself and for your family. This is the best gift that I could give to my children, my 5 kids, because we can also leave them as a legacy. So I'm really grateful. Yeah, that's all for me today. Tina, thank you so much for having me. Back to you.
Thank you so much, Grace. And congratulations on being a job quitter and actually retiring early, but also the fact that you're going to be able to leave that as a legacy for your children. So wonderful. Congratulations. Next, we have Hadisa. Hadisa, if you can unmute yourself, and the floor is yours.
Thank you, Tina. I am really grateful to be here. Thank you, everybody, for joining us tonight. I am happy to be in the company of these beautiful ladies. My name is Hadiza. I'm a mom of 5 beautiful kids. I'm a wife. I'm originally from Nigeria. I'm based in New York, United States. I started this business 3 years ago. It will be exactly 3 years by few days into this month of July. I'm currently working as a healthcare insurance administrator, and I've been doing that like about 5 years. But prior to that, I worked with the city of New York as a care manager, and life has been very, very, very unfair to a degree that I would say that when you work hard, you give your all, you give your best, but things happen, and that is what life is. And for that part of it, my family and I, our child went through a health condition some years back, and specifically 2018, 2019, and then COVID came. We found ourselves from 2 household income to 1 household income. And then with COVID, we're all locked inside. But one thing I got from COVID is that my family was all at home. We were healthy, we were strong, but financially we're stressing. But that was one of the best times we've ever had together as a family, because everybody was together. And I look at it as, oh my goodness, we've never had this, because I'm either going and my husband is coming in, we're rushing to drop the kids off and we're picking them up. So our life consistently is a rush every time. But one thing that I gained from COVID was that there is a better way, because I found out that people who were doing things online were making a headway. A lot of us didn't have jobs. The job was there, but you don't have a way of working and making money during that period. And I said to myself, going online is the way to go. Going online is the next step. And that's when I started looking into this business, and come around 2021, I joined this business community. At the time, I was looking to make maybe just about $1,000 or $2 or more extra, something to balance and make our budget more comfortable, because I've lived that part of life where your bank account is in the red virtually every month, even before your next paycheck comes. And it was really a tough time. I didn't want myself and my family to go through that again. We had good jobs, but life is really expensive. And being that we've gone through medical states where we were out of, one of us at one time of every other year, we're out of our work. And from 2 household, 2 good income to 1, we figured out that getting something that wouldn't be controlled by an employer will be the best way to go. And when I started this business in 2021, it was one of the best things, because the first time I paid my $149 after a section like this, and I came into the Facebook community, I was like, what? There's something like this going on out there and I don't know about it. But I was glad I found it. I was glad and I was grateful to God that I found this business, because that became something that changed my life and that of my family. I hear people say, oh, you guys say it's changed your life. How did it change your life? For me and my family in particular, creating time for me and my kids. This year, 2024, as of December, I was able to take 4 months solidly out of work. I work in healthcare. I love what I do with my patient, but it's tasking on my body, it's tasking on my time. But most of it, I'm not there to be able to care for my family. One of my kids had a medical need, and we had to be off for almost in the hospital for 6-8 months. But the rest of it, I had to be home, and I figured out that, oh my goodness, what can I do? What can I do? But that was what I felt before. Now, with this business, that was not a panic, because I had consistent $5,000, $10,000, $15,000 that come from this business that kept me and my family afloat every month. And that is more than my salary, guys. That is more than what I bring home every month. And because of this business, I'm able to stay at home. I made a choice to make my family a priority at the time. That is one of the greatest things for me. That's what it means to be financially free for me. When I can stay at home and take care of my child, I can be there. And when the doctors are tending to my baby on the bedside, I'm there. I can witness. I'm not concerned, oh, how are we going to pay our bills this month? I didn't have to deal with all that. Why? Thank God for this business that I'm a part of. So if you're watching us, you're listening to us, it's real. It's real, it's legit, it's taxable. Here in New York, I pay my taxes. In the United States here, I pay my taxes with the income that comes from this business. When you're getting a check of $5,000 and your monthly income is about that size, you know you're doing something great with your own business. When you can have your bills signed up and just pay up a $10,000 debt, and the day I signed it, like, oh my God, thank you, Jesus, because I could do this because of this business. I signed up and I was able to pay up my debt. With this business, I can tell you that you can change the trajectory of your work. Like you heard in the business, in the presentation, you don't just, it's not you start today and boom, you become a millionaire. It's a step by step. It's a concept that bring you all around with time, and that is going to happen for you. So thank you so much. And I want to say to my Nigerians out there, my people, this is legit, this is real. You can make a living online. Join us, pay your $149, and we'll get you right there to where you need to be. Thank you, Tina, for the time.
Fabulous, Hadisa, absolutely fabulous. And thank you for the passion that you give, the story that you give. And you know what you said about COVID, it was so true. It was a wake-up call for all of us, tragically in many ways. But, you know, the flip side of it was we all realised there was going to be so much more to life than working that 9 to 5. And people wanted more from their lives. So absolutely amazing. Congratulations to you. And next we have got Patricia. So Patricia, if you can unmute yourself, please, and we will get you on the screen.
Thank you, Tina. Hi, everyone. Good evening, my people. My name is Patricia Oji. I am originally from Nigeria. I used to live in Italy. I relocated in US in 2018. So when I relocated here, I thought things gonna be, you know, the way they talk about US. But when I get here, things wasn't the way I thought. I started looking for my front, my back. Where do I have to go in 1 year? I don't know where to start with. When I was in Europe, I used to be a nurse. Then here, if you go to any school to apply, they keep saying, bring this, bring that, bring the other one. I don't know what to do. And then the money that I have in my hands was about to finish. I said, no, here we have to do something. I jumped quickly, start serving at restaurants. After that, why I keep trying to provide all the paperwork that they need so that I can start my nursing school. From there, I got to work in co-room. I don't know if you guys have idea about the kind of job they do in co-room. That was not enough. I jumped to do housekeeping. So from that housekeeping, they now call me to start nursing school. So I was so happy, you know, not minding the boss and the missing the boss. I don't know my way because here in US, everywhere look the same. I can always remember the day I made a mistake, I come down in boss, you know, I was lost. But at the end, I was able to make it home. So after the nursing school, I thought that is it. I don't know that is when the main thing started. I used to work back-to-back double shifts, back-to-back. I used to make 97 hours a week. Sometimes I don't even know when it's day, when it's weekend, when it's Sunday. This is how my life used to be before. Then 2 years ago, when I started having a varicose vein, a back pain, the worst part is when I wake up in the morning, I keep on adding weight every day because back-to-back double shift, come back late at night, you eat, you go sleep, 4 hours, you get up and go again. So I said, okay, we have to do something. I started looking for something to do. I don't know how to open computer. That was, even up to now, we are still juggling it. But none is better than that 2 years ago. So I said, okay, they keep saying this online something. How am I going to do it? Someone that don't even know how to open computer, you know? I keep listening. The ad keep coming. I keep skipping. But there's one particular ad that come to my mind. Then I started praying already. The other mind was saying, no, upgrade yourself with nursing jobs so that you won't be able to, struggle so much anymore. I say, no, let me try this online something. This is how I got myself into digital business for 2 years. I can't complain. Being an immigrant, being a cheap provider in my family, all my siblings, they depend on me. I am the only one that can help in my family. No one else that can help. So what do? I say, apart from my health, I need an extra income so that I can be able to help my loved ones back home. My son also, I forget to say that I'm a mom. My son also, sometimes he come. He need this, he need that. You guys can imagine this young generation. So 22 years old, he don't think about this or that. All he wants is, he's gonna give it to me, So this is how I got myself into digital business. And I can't complain. Every day I keep moving, seeing myself in a different form. The growth is massive because now I can do the things that I don't even think that I can be able to do before. My biggest day so far is 3,700, which I know how much I work before I make that kind of money. Now, when my loved ones call me, I don't dodge their call anymore. When they call me for help, like my sister just 3 months ago, she was home, she was at the hospital. I was paying her because she wasn't able to heal herself because she's thinking, what am I going to do? Because she's a widow. She's thinking, what am I going to do when I go to the hospital? But because of this business, she was able to stay at the hospital, from hospital to home. For 3 good months, I was able to help her until now she stands on her feet. This is what digital business can do, my people. So if you don't tune in for this type of a business, which other business on earth will you tune into? Especially we immigrants. We know how many our families, they depend on us. They think that the green grass that we are looking for, we plug them everywhere in our houses. It's not like that. We have to work so hard, break our back, break our bone. Like me, I got varicose vein and, here I am today testifying about online business, how it changed my life. My people, do not skip ad anymore. Any ad you see, just click to the end and see what is he talking about. There's a reason people are saying online. Yes, online have completely changed my life and I can't wait to go higher. My next goal is to quit my job final and I know I will get there. Thank you, Tina.
Thank you so much, Patricia. Thank you so much. And yeah, I love your energy. Absolutely lovely. And it's true. You need to do your due diligence, guys, and watch everything and tear down those walls of skepticism. Absolutely correct. So next we've got Linda. Linda, can you unmute yourself and we'll get you on the big screen?
Thanks for the introduction, Tina. Happy to be here. Hello, everyone. Thank you for taking action and being here today to learn about this amazing online marketing platform. I'm Linda, and I'm excited to share how I overcame my fears in the online space to become a successful online boss mom. So a little bit about myself. I'm a former teen mom and a mother to 5 beautiful girls. I'm from California, and I have a career in healthcare in the corporate world. Years ago, I craved work-life balance and a side hustle that aligned with my goals. The traditional path of working hard and climbing the corporate ladder left me unfulfilled and missing precious moments with my children. My why is my family. I wanted more time, more control, more financial independence and flexibility. So my online journey began a little over 2 years ago, and it has been super transformative. I've been able to set up my business within a month and saw immediate results within 3 months, as my first payday was $440. And every year since, I've been able to receive tax slips for my business, ensuring its legitimacy and running with integrity and transparency. Most importantly, I've had the pleasure of transforming lives by helping individuals, moms, and parents start their own successful online businesses. So this business has also allowed me to regain time and achieve the work-life balance that I longed for. I've met many individuals, moms, and parents who I now consider family. I've had the unwavering support of my mentor and coach, Nse. Thank you so much, sis. I couldn't have done it without you. Shout out to you. And lastly, the biggest impact this business has made on my life is overcoming my fears of the online space. I realized I didn't want to keep working for someone else. I'm definitely not the person I was 2 years ago, and I can confidently say that this business has given me a purpose bigger than myself. This business, as you have already mentioned about the benefits, it checked all the boxes, the mentorship, the tools, the training. I can say that the training site is easy to understand, and it also allows you to work at your own pace, giving you the full control and the ability to earn supplemental income based on your time and efforts. It's super portable, allowing anyone to work anywhere, anytime. So to all the action takers here today, don't let fear dictate your future. You're here for a reason. And I just want to thank you all for this opportunity. It's been a pleasure to share my journey with you all, and I hope to see you join us. Back to you, Tina.
That's fabulous, Linda. Thank you so much. And you know, it's true, because I was like you. I was fearful when I first saw this, but I never let it rule me, because I knew that I had to take that change. I had to make that step. So congratulations to you. And next we've got Lady. Lady, if you can unmute yourself and we'll get you on the screen.
Thanks, Tina. Hi, everyone. My name is Lady. I work as a clinical nurse specialist here in Sydney, Australia. I have 2 kids and a loving husband, a very supportive husband. I am originally from the Philippines, Legazpi City, Albay. Yes, I'm a proud Bicolana. We have been here in Australia for 16 years now. Before settling up here, I also worked as a nurse in New Zealand for 2 years. And yeah, for me, being a nurse is very rewarding. And I love being a nurse and being part of a healthcare team. But I just don't like the restriction of being an employee and the long hours of work in the operating room. Yes, it is rewarding, but demanding and physically and emotionally stressful, and with hardly any time to recharge. And being in this profession for 20 years, I have seen how fragile life can be. I have heard from our patients' family how they wish they had more time, or if they can only buy more time to be with their loved ones. It is always heartbreaking to hear those words for me. I think most of us, that's what we are wishing for or dreaming for, to have more time. But in my situation, I have to work. I need to trade my time to pay the bills. That's why I sacrifice my time, and I miss some of my kids' milestone and school activities. Actually, one time my kids came home and they were sad and crying because they said that they were the only one without parents. And it was family school. It was a school family day. They felt alone, but I needed to be at work that time. I think this is one of the restrictions of being an employee. Our family's activity depends on our work schedule. Mm-hmm. And adding to this, and sad to say, like many families, we had trouble with expenses going up. So I needed to work in other hospitals to supplement our income. And that caused me to sacrifice, again, my time away from my family. So I looked for other possible option to earn online. I tried drop shipping, and I thought because it is online, it will give me more time, but I was wrong. Yes, I was just at home, but it was taking a lot of time because I need to make my own website. I have to do my own email campaigns, and no one was helping me. Even though I bought an online course, by the way, it was an expensive one. I couldn't mention how much, but it was expensive one. It was only a course. Yeah, plus I have to pay the monthly fees for the software and to maintain the website. So I decided to stop it. Then I tried selling online, but then again, it was taking a lot of time because I have to take photos, upload the photo, and ship the product, and the income is really not that good because it was low-ticket products. And unfortunately, I still have some of those items in my garage. Yeah, that's why I am so grateful that I found this digital business program, because I am able to supplement or increase my take-home pay without working in other hospital. I am also very happy because through this business, I was able to fully pay our kids' private school fees. I was able to support my nephew with his study back home in the Philippines, and buying things that make my kids happy is not an issue anymore. I am also able to give back to my mom, and I'm also happy because I was able to take my mom, my niece, and my brother to Australia and show them around. And more than anything else, I have more time with my kids and husband now to do what we like doing, like traveling. Actually, we just came back from the snowy mountain of Victoria because it's winter here down under. So yeah, this business is really a game changer for me. When I signed up, I was only looking for extra income, but being in this business, I gained more. I gained personal development, the confidence, because I know, and because I am already, I am already experiencing the success. I got the confidence to share to others how amazing this business is. And most especially, the friendship. I am meeting new friends around the world, which makes me more excited to travel because I will be seeing them and someone is giving me tips of wherever I want to go. So yeah, I am just thanking myself that I made the decision that I made the decision few years back to look at this digital business program. Yeah, so take the risk, guys. Thanks, Tina.
Fabulous, lady. Fabulous. Thank you so much. Amazing. And, you know, testimonies right there, guys. Testimonies from all these beautiful people that you see in front of you, each with a different why they started this business, but each a successful business owner. So we're nearly at the end of tonight's presentation. I hope we have inspired you. I hope we have educated you. And I hope we have motivated you. And I hope that you see a little bit of yourselves in each and every one of us here tonight. You know, I can see that many of you have signed up already, and congratulations to you for that. You know, I can't wait to see you on the inside and see your success. But I've also noticed that some of you have signed up with a different email address than you originally signed up for. So if you could reach out to your the person who sent you the email, and just so we can tie things up in the background to make sure it all runs smoothly for you. So paying that $149, watching those pre-coaching videos can absolutely change your life, guys. Myself and everybody here that you see in front of you are living testimony for that. So I can't wait to see you on the inside. I can't wait to see your success. I hope you all have an amazing time. That's it from me. That's it from everybody here. Thank you so much for being here, and we shall all see you soon. Take care, everybody. Bye now.